Welcome back to Be So For Real. Today we are talking about teens and dating and without fears, without lectures, and without pretending it's not already happening. Today we have a special guest. We have Lexi. Lexi, say hi.
Hello.
She's joining us all the way from DC, the big capital. So today we're going to talk about dating. Dating is not the enemy. Silence is, and when we don't talk to our kids about dating and we don't set expectations, they're going to do it and figure it out on their own. So my goal today is to help parents and teens feel more comfortable and prepared and not scared. When did you realize today teens date differently than maybe how like your parents did?
Well, I think there's a big thing with like online dating, and I think that's like a huge bad thing. And I think
Yeah.
since you guys didn't have all that, it adds a lot to it adds a lot to like pressure, and also like everyone everyone wants a relationship right now, and everyone's trying to get one. So it's like
Yes.
it makes you kind of like you said last podcast. It's like pressure,
Just pressure to fit in.
right?
I saw them come down a hall again.
That's what I'm saying. Like it's
What did you
weird.
do?
I also feel like there wasn't like any talking stages. Like I feel like
When we were younger?
yeah, like there was no such
That's
thing as like
true.
a talking stage. I feel like it was just like
You want to date?
yeah.
Well, that's true. When your dad asked me out, it was like leaving my girlfriend. I was like, okay.
That's
And
so
then
sweet.
like,
Alright.
sure.
You guys just weren't awkward. We're just awkward.
I
Yeah, we
mean,
are. I
I
think we
was
like to-
awkward, but
I think we
Not
over
like-
plan
yeah.
things now. Like I think we like
Yeah.
we want like certain yeah.
what do you think is one mistake that parents do when it comes to dating?
They don't care and they just let their kid do whatever.
Or they care too much.
Yes.
Like,
There has to be a good balance.
So you guys can't not care and you cannot care too much.
But like if you like,
Well, like-
okay, but like if you don't not care, then your kid's obviously gonna go do whatever they want. And but like if you care too much, then they're gonna want to do whatever they want. They're gonna want to rebel.
Well, I feel like when you care, when you don't care at all, it's almost like they're trying to do it for like just to try to get attention. Like they'll do stuff just to like make you care. But then also like I think it's when you don't care, or no, when you care too much and set so many boundaries, because
Mhm.
then they're gonna like do everything they can to break them.
Exactly.
Yes.
When you're too strict.
So as parents, we are here to help our teens and our kids navigate crushes, navigate these DMs and situationships that they have, and the pressure. And whether parents, you guys want to admit it or not, our kids are going through these emotions and they are already thinking about dating. They're already thinking about future. So ignoring dating does not protect them. And then setting too many boundaries also does not protect them. Right. Because then they'll just have pushback and they're
Right.
going to hide it. They're going to be better at hiding it from you guys.
That's the main thing. They'll like get good at getting sneaky.
Yeah,
Yes. Like
They'll learn how to do it without. Sorry, they'll
okay.
learn how to do it without
I'm
anyone.
just like scared that we're not gonna be able to hear you.
Why do you guys think parents are uncomfortable about talking about dating?
I don't know because I'm not a parent.
True.
Sure.
All right, I'll
it's
tell you
hard to
why.
say. You tell us.
So I
Yeah.
will tell you why I think parents are uncomfortable. I think that with dating also comes up with the topic of sex, which we talked about last
Right.
week. And I think that a lot of parents don't want to view their children. It's really hard to view your child going from this like sweet little innocent child that you have to now a child that has feelings and has very real hormones and real emotions. And it's hard to navigate that. You don't want to think about it. So as a parent, it's easier just to ignore that and be like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
my kid doesn't like boys.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. All the time. The parents are like, oh, when you see that like parent, like my kid never will like touch a girl. They will never like girls. And then you see that kid and you're like, they're all over what
They're-
you're talking
Yes.
about.
They're going
Yeah,
to love all
see
girls.
your son.
They're loving everybody way too much. And that's the problem. So I think that when as parents, it's uncomfortable for us. And just like the talk last week of purity and sex is uncomfortable, we need to rip the Band-Aid off. We need to talk about it. So how do we as parents shift from control to guidance? Because right, when you're younger, it's easy to control the things that you guys are doing. Now that you guys are almost adults or young adults, how do we help you guys shift into adulthood without controlling everything that you're doing?
Right. Well, I think, like, my parents are really good about this because I think a lot of parents tend when they are, like, parenting, they tend to forget, like, how they were as a kid, and they're like, "Oh, that's, like, not normal." It's like, yeah, I feel like my parents are very good at, like, being like, "Okay, we recognize that you have feelings. We also recognize that you have a lot of feelings, and they're not
Mhm.
always accurate. You like, obviously, you can have those feelings, but you're not gonna go crazy with them, and there are boundaries, and you have to, like, stay in that."
Yes.
But they're not, like, overprotective in the sense where, like, you cannot look at a guy, you cannot, like
Yeah.
Don't even
yeah,
talk
don't
to
even
them.
talk to them, like, it's a good balance
Yeah,
for that.
that is a good balance because that's hard. That's hard to have right now.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Um, Dating isn't just romantic, right? It's also a different perspective for teens. It's also connection. So,
Mhm.
what would you guys say makes dating stressful right now?
I
I think immaturity because you think, like, something will happen, like, if you're in, like, a situationship or, like, you're dating someone and you're a teenager and they do something and you get mad, you're like, "Okay, well, they're also, like, how old? So, is it their fault or is it" also, I mean, it's not like I'm gonna let them go because of it, but I don't know.
Yeah,
It's interesting.
like age appropriation. Most teens don't date just to rebel, too. I think as parents that
Mhm.
we have to realize that they're not dating just to be rebellious. They're dating because they're looking for connection. You guys are looking
Mhm.
for validation. You're looking for partnership, belonging. There's so many different aspects of dating and being in a relationship. Dating often fills that loneliness and that desire to feel seen and to feel needed. And I think that's why if you don't have like healthy relationships as examples in your life, it's really hard to understand what a healthy relationship looks like.
Wait,
Yes.
what was the question? The question was why is it stressful for
Yeah. Why would you say it's stressful for you guys for dating?
Yeah, I was gonna say just because they're like scared to be alone, but like I feel like a lot of teenagers are scared to be alone, but they're also scared of commitment. So it's like I don't know. So they'll just like
Yeah.
they'll go attach themselves to somebody and then break it off and then go attach themselves to somebody else. But there's just like I don't know. There's
No,
just like
yeah.
a gap. There's
Right.
like a whole like a how do I like word it correctly? I don't know. I think that they're
The void that they're
lonely.
trying to fill.
They're like trying
Yes,
to like fill like a
exactly.
void that's
Mhm.
like they can't fill. Like with the
But
way
that's
that they're
another thing
doing
with, like,
it.
God too. It's like
Mhm.
everyone's looking for a relationship and they're making that God instead of having the void be focusing on Jesus first and that being the relationship
Absolutely.
instead of just like
Yeah.
And really, our marriages are meant to reflect our relationship with Christ, right? So when you're looking at dating, is that relationship reflecting Christ? Is
Right.
he loving you or caring for you the way Christ does? Are you loving and caring for him the way Christ does? And I think that's hard, especially when you're so young. And it's kind of crazy to think about dating in those aspects. What were you talking about?
You have to be closer to the mic.
Me?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can't like go like that.
You can't go to the
You
side
have to
because
like
it doesn't
be
sound good.
straight on.
I am straight.
Okay. I would hope so.
Wow.
What do you guys think parents most overreact about when it comes to dating?
When they like I don't know, like if you I feel like sometimes like they just like overact when they just like simply ask them like to like hang out. You know? Like I feel like not even like if they're hanging out, like when they just like ask to hang out, they're like
I honestly think
Mm.
that's very true. And I feel like also though it's kind of before dating too. And I think that's another problem is they're always like when you have like a guy friend,
Mm-hmm.
obviously there's problems with like guy best friends, but like if you have like a guy friend,
yeah.
then it's like, okay, well, why are you spending so much time? And then there's so many questions and you're like, wait a minute. And then you start thinking about it. And then you start kind of like tricking your mind,
Tricking your mind
to
into
like,
thinking you have a
do
crush
I
on
like
them.
him?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Or I don't even know.
And this is why, and I've always told the girls, best friends of the opposite sex are
Not a good idea.
not a great idea, and they're very hard to navigate because somebody will always catch feelings unless the other
Yeah.
person's gay.
And then likely that's like, still.
Right.
There's still a risk.
Right, exactly.
Right.
So there's still like problems with that. So we need to make sure that we are setting those
Yeah.
boundaries with friendship.
Yeah, I definitely think you're really right though, because like a lot of the times, like when it's like any, like it doesn't even have to be like a guy friend, like it should be like any boy
Yeah.
interaction,
Mhm.
and that
Yeah.
they're like
what was that?
What was that?
That's true. And not every relationship that these kids have is going to turn into romantic ones. Like, we can't be thinking that like all of your guys' hormones are all going crazy and you're just like falling in love with everybody. Yeah, like, oh my gosh, this boy looked at me, I'm in love with him. Like, and if you're a teen out there that does feel like that, like every time a boy looks at you, you're in love with them. We have other issues to talk to, and please message me because we need to talk about that.
DM now.
DM me because
Sorry,
we have
I'm
something
banging the table.
Sorry.
to talk about. All right, let's talk about red flags. Red flags, green flags, yellow flags, all the
beige flags.
Let's talk about discernment, not paranoia. So we're going to talk about how to be discerning. We're going to see red flags and how to be discerning of that. And we're going to talk about healthy relationships, how to feel safe in those relationships as well. So what would you guys say green flags would be?
Green flags.
Loving the Lord more than you love anything else.
Yeah,
and like
literally.
that's
Honestly,
like
loving the Lord more than you love me.
That's what it has
That
to be
is
that way,
like-
or else your relationship is not going to be the greatest. But also, I feel like another green flag is like getting interesting, and not like I'm not saying like whatever, but when you are like a teenager, and especially for like I don't know, when you're in a teenager, so I'm like, oh, like what do you like to do? And you're like, I don't really know. That's probably a red flag. Sorry, but I just think it's really cool when people like make themselves interesting, not like and they like try to like make things
like actually have things that you care about.
They like and it's like determination and like all that stuff that they care about, and they're putting that into stuff that they do.
Like if you don't care about anything and you have no stance on anything, you'll fall for anything.
Exactly.
You'll easily be swayed. So it's like you want them to have some sort of conviction, and belief system,
right? Yeah.
I'll ask you guys: red flag, green flag, or would you say like
beige flag?
They text all day but never want to hang out in person.
No, red flag.
That's a red flag. Jordan?
Yeah. Jordan has a lot of experience.
Dude, it's not okay. You can't text me and like act like you're my best friend, and then when you see me in person, don't even say. I've had somebody text me like I was like their best friend. They even said it, and I was like sitting down. He walks in, doesn't even look at me.
Yeah.
And I say, hi, and didn't even look at me and walked like straight past me.
Wait,
that is like,
yeah.
Oh, you know this person.
Is it who I think it is?
I'm not going to name drop, but if you're watching this, you know.
He's not watching.
Yeah, no, I know. I know it is. I just
but like, I think a good green flag is like being able to approach people and talk to them, and
be social,
get to know them, like not just like, are you gonna come talk to me or like what? It's just so like,
because it also shows that so people can be so different than like over text. Like they can like put on like such a huge face over text, but then they're just so different in person. And so that's why you can't go. That's why online relationships, like if you meet them on like Roblox, meet them on Discord, like you can't do that because you don't know them.
Right.
Yeah.
They can be anybody they want to be in those instances.
Right.
And then
and who knows if you even know if it's them.
Right.
Yeah,
like
it could be a 40-year-old man.
Exactly.
In most cases it is.
Exactly. There's weirdos out there, you guys. Stop meeting people online.
No, but I saw one of our friends, he said something, he's like, I don't think there is such a thing as an extrovert and introvert. You should be like on fire for the Lord, and you should show that like people, like the whole thing, like people should see you and see the joy of the Lord and reflect that. But you don't want to, like, if you're an introvert, there's no problem with like not needing to talk all the time. But I think like you should still have like the joy of the Lord reflecting in what you're doing.
Should be willing to talk about something you're passionate about. Right. Right. And if you're passionate about the Lord or you're passionate about other things, you should be willing to talk about that. I get it. Because I feel like I'm an extroverted introvert.
Yeah.
I'm like outgoing around people, and then I'm like, I need to be left alone.
Exactly. Because we get drained by people. So like some people like build up. Like my brother, he gets fueled by people being around him.
Me.
No, I get drained.
Yeah.
I hide. The parties, I hide.
Like the beginning of the day, my battery is like at 100, and then by the time I get home, I'm literally like so dead. Like I don't want anybody to talk to me.
Exactly.
Like,
Exactly.
And so a good green flag for somebody who's like us would be somebody who has like an even
tone.
Yes,
like
all
chill.
the time. And they can take you at your quiet and take you at your like outgoing and loud.
Exactly.
And they don't feel threatened by either one. And I think that's important. All right. Let's look at another one. They get upset when you don't reply fast enough.
A red flag. That's a red flag. Because
Like,
why'd
how
you say
upset?
I'm busy? What?
Right,
Think
but
about
how
it.
upset? Like, are they like
How
how,
they,
how
like-
upset? Because that just shows like, are you like a road rage? Like not a road rager. Sorry, are you like a raging person?
I want to know how long it takes you to reply because, like, if I text
depends.
you and like if I text your dad and he doesn't reply within like an hour, I'm like, absolutely not. You have to acknowledge me.
That's crazy.
But no, I think it's different when it's like you text them, they read it and then didn't.
I get
answer.
that.
Yeah,
That's
that is
real.
different.
But if like they genuinely like didn't see it because they were too busy, then like there's nothing to be mad about. Like I feel like
I agree. Because it depends.
like what if they
how
just didn't have their
fast.
phone?
Yeah.
I feel like
Right.
it all kind of just depends on the situation.
It really does.
Right. Like, are you
'Cause
going somewhere? Like, you might
if,
be in
like,
practice or something.
If
But
they
if they
told you
read
where
it,
they were,
This is why you
like,
should leave your red receipts off.
oh, I
I
have
have mine on.
I have them off.
Well,
I-
just because my because I like.
Oh, I'm calling myself out, but sometimes I'll be so like busy and like
Yes.
or tired, and I have a lot of them on my mind,
Yes.
and I'll read it. And I'll be like, okay, I'll answer it later.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sometimes I'm too overwhelmed to think about
Yeah, no,
answering,
me
and I
too.
just like,
Yeah.
I can't answer that right now.
Sometimes like I am busy and then I accidentally press it and then it says like
No, I know.
red,
Red,
and
you're like,
dang it,
oh,
I have to answer. I dang, I have to answer now.
So much.
They know I'm
This is why you
here.
turn off your
They know I'm
receipts.
here.
Turn
Yeah.
off
I'm
your red
here.
receipts.
Okay, I like seeing though when someone's read my
Me
text because then
too.
I know
I can still see that.
because maybe that's a red flag. I'm sure. Am I on top of my day?
Maybe it's your red
It's my.
flag.
Okay, honestly, I think I
my red
have
flag.
I think I
Reveal it.
have red receipts on for only certain people.
No, you can't.
Really?
It's either
Yes.
on
No, you
forever.
know
you can.
You can change it on like the specific person, but you can have it on settings
You
and then
can change
change
it
it.
on
I'm gonna
specific
turn
person.
tabs on.
Games.
her.
hacking people's phone and then turning them on. Just
I'm gonna
for-
hack this phone and
So that's
turn
my
it
red
on.
flag. How about you guys?
Here, send receipt. Red receipt.
Yeah.
Oh, I love.
So you can like turn it off on all of them, but then like
Beware.
do the ones that you think you want to do.
Yeah.
Well then,
Now that we
Yeah.
got that.
so just so you guys know, if you have an Apple phone, you can.
If you don't have an Apple phone, what are you doing?
No, that's a red flag. That's a red flag. When they have an Android,
we don't even want you guys around. Okay, like we're not even gonna group chat you.
That's crazy.
that's then you just ruin the
It's
group
just-
chat.
Yeah.
Well,
I
'cause then
can't
you
even
send-
text the people. They wouldn't let, like my phone won't let me text them unless they turn off some setting.
That's
Like
ridiculous.
you're right.
Or
So
if
just
you send like a picture, it's like comes out grainy. I'm like,
right.
come on, guys.
Okay,
Get
but then
an Apple
also
phone.
like
Get an Apple.
when like you accidentally make a typo and then since it's green, you can't like edit
you can't
it.
edit it
So
or
then you just look
unsend it.
stupid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they have to do like the star and then that's what
God.
you meant. Yeah.
So that's a red. That's a red.
When there's like a picture or like a message that you want to like heart or something,
You can't.
and then it's like, oh, this person hearted this. Literally, just get an Apple. It's just so much
Just get an Apple.
easier.
It makes it easier.
Yeah, I agree 100%.
All right, another one. They pressure you to break rules instead of
No, red flag.
talking through them.
Red flag.
What?
It's absolutely a red flag.
It's so obvious.
So if you
that is right.
guys have a person in your life that you like and they are pressuring you to do something that your parents have clearly set a boundary for, that is a major red flag.
Yeah,
Let's
for
also remember that not all. Why are you looking at me?
Nothing.
Let's also remember that not all uncomfortable moments are red flags.
Oh yeah.
Sometimes
You
it's
can't, like,
the
yeah.
pattern. Like,
Yeah.
somebody could have like a red flag moment, but they themselves are not a red flag.
But then that's like even
Mhm.
kind of love because you're choosing like okay, like I recognize that
Right.
you're doing something wrong, but like or not something wrong, but like you recognize you see someone. It's like okay, but I'm gonna love you anyway
exactly.
because that's
Yeah.
the love
Exactly.
it. You
Yeah.
see the imperfect and love it anyway.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. And also that's like also like icks, you know, like when guys
People
give you
get
the
the
ick.
too easily.
I
I'm
love-
like,
People
guys,
do-
it's not the
There's
like,
so many.
like he walked through. I'm like
He walked.
he breathed. I'm like, oh my gosh.
Have you seen those
You
reels?
walked
Have you seen those reels where they're like,
no.
you see the one? It was like the guy
Airplane.
treading water,
Oh. Oh, that's actually.
and then she like puts it on her thing.
Oh,
She's
no.
like, treading water.
I saw one where it was like watching my boyfriend's airplane take off, and I low-key got the ick knowing he's just sitting in there. And she's like watching it, like, why?
That's so crazy.
She's like,
No.
ew.
Ew.
Cause like
Sitting down.
He's probably sleeping.
is he like because
What a
sometimes like
pansy.
the most random things give you the ick though. Like it's
No,
all,
that's true,
it's
that's
like you can't control it. Sometimes you're just like, oh,
Okay, well, yeah. It also depends. Like, okay, is that like you said? Is it repeated or is it just like a one time? Like,
Right.
Yeah.
And sometimes the ick is my problem because like
No, for sure. It's always my
I'm
problem.
just like irritated.
I'm
I'm
just,
ew.
yeah, get away from me. Like,
Like,
don't
I'm
do
sure
this.
it's an ick for them when we get icks all the time.
Yes.
I'm sure
I don't
What
we're
is
think
the
we
just
ick
do
that they have of
that's
us?
icky.
Okay.
I think we're just icks to men right now.
I know, right?
Like
It
for
seems
teenagers,
like
like
it.
we're just
We're just icks.
I guess someone like for a guy, I just found this out, but an ick is like like listening and like raging to like white girl music.
We
so
just
bad.
did that in the
We
car
did that
last night.
We were with someone and he got I was like, wait, because he walked out of the car. I was like, was he okay? And then we were
He
talking
didn't
about
like it.
No, he was like, and that's the whole like victim thing. But like I was like, okay, that's fair because like you've been, but like we haven't been through breakups, and we're like singing like our husband just died at war.
Because he literally
Hey.
turned and he turned to me. He was like,
receipt, and like we're like or text.
he like turned to me. He was like, "Why do you guys listen to this stuff?"
He was like,
Yeah.
it's making me like want to
He
cry.
was millennial girls as we were teenagers. I'm just gonna say, like, we had the most dramatic music ever.
Well, yeah, we have
Oh, that's
Olivia
what- yeah, that's
Rodrigo.
Yeah,
We have
but
Olivia Rodrigo.
that was
Rodrigo.
basically all we did was sit in
Percent.
our rooms and pretend.
And Sabrina
Like,
Carpenter singing about like
Bridget.
man-child.
Or Brandon
Yeah.
and Monica, who are like, the boy's mine, and I'm like 15. I'm like, the boy's mine.
Yeah.
I'm not fighting with the boy.
Yeah, literally.
Like we literally act like we've been through like every single breakup in the entire
And we
world, and
haven't
we
even.
sing it with our heart, but then like we never experienced it.
Exactly. You have, but like we're just like singing.
No,
like,
I can't.
what were we singing last night? It was so funny, and it was
She
like
can't relate to the ones
No.
where they're sad about the
Yeah,
breakup.
I can't. I
That's
I
so
still
funny.
can't.
you
Sorry.
can't even like fake it at that point. You're
No,
just like,
yeah. The one song that I really related to was "Feather" by Sabrina Carpenter.
Oh.
Listen to it.
All right,
We
let's
might have
talk
to cut
about. We're
Sorry,
gonna
guys.
transition to boundaries. Rules without explanation creates sneaky teens, guys. So, parents,
True.
if you're listening, value and create internal and outward boundaries for these kids. If you are not explaining the boundaries, they are going to not understand it and think they're dumb, and they're going to learn to go around them. And for parents, like, remember when we were teens, and remember when our parents would give us boundaries. Now, I was scared of breaking rules, but like, not every teen is like that. So it's easy to learn how to sneak around those. Boundaries are about self-respect. They're not a punishment. So it's about protecting you guys,
Yeah.
both male and female. So how do parents teach boundaries without sounding controlling?
I feel like when you set the boundaries, I feel like you can't just like say like, oh, don't do this, and do this, like without like explanation. Like you have to be like, you need like, I'm telling you to do this because I don't want like this to happen to you, or like I
Mhm.
love you so much that I'm telling you to do this. Like, you know what I mean?
Well, I think I've said this before, but I think just teaching your teen, like I really think teaching from the Bible is really important
Mhm.
because treating it as something really, really important. Like, yeah, rules are important, but I feel like they treat like just like following rules as really important. I think you need to help them understand why these rules were set, because then they'll treat it with
Care.
Respect.
respect and care.
Right. Well, and we've talked about that before, right? We've talked about setting emotional boundaries and setting physical boundaries. But I've talked about it with my girls before, when we've also talked about physical boundaries of why we want you to stay pure before marriage,
Mhm.
what God is protecting you from if you were to give it away to somebody else who's not your spouse. And we talked about that last week also. So knowing the reason for boundaries makes it easier to stick to those boundaries. Emotional boundaries need to also come in place before physical boundaries come in place, because protecting your emotional state will help you make wise choices when it comes to your physical state.
But I think that's also like why it's important to just have the talk, just get it out of the way,
Yes.
because then they'll be like, you're gonna learn some way or another. You might as well like have that conversation and
Exactly.
get it over with, so that they can know that it's not coming from a place of like control, but like
Yeah.
from
A place of love.
love and
Right.
authority, like godly authority.
Right.
Yeah, for sure.
And understanding too that, and we talked about it last week, that our goal is not to change, not to stop you from dating. It's not to stop you from having sex. It's not to stop you from these things. But our goal is to make you more Christ-like.
Mm-hmm.
And in return, you will have those emotional and physical boundaries within your relationship. When you guys are setting a boundary for, well, if parents are helping you navigate how to set boundaries, right? So you say you like somebody and they like you.
Yeah.
What emotional boundaries are we going to help you place to protect your purity, to protect your mind, your soul, all of those things? Like, what would good boundaries be and what do they look like?
Yeah, okay, so like my parents, like my dad specifically, he's like no phones. Like you may not call anyone past 10. Like, and I
That's a
think
really good
that's because like
boundary.
especially like at night when you're like, I don't know, night is just such a vibe.
Yeah.
But like especially when you're like, I don't know, I feel like you can like let loose easily,
Yeah.
and it's kind of, I don't know, but I think
It's
Well,
actually
I agree.
No, go ahead.
it's actually I think it's like scientifically or like proven that at night is like when you're the most truthful.
that makes sense
crazy.
actually.
And like vulnerable. I think
Yeah.
if you allow yourself to be super vulnerable with
Yeah.
someone, it kind of grows like an attachment too.
Well, I mean, like when your dad and I were dating, all of our like best talks were in the middle of the night,
Right.
Yeah.
on the phone.
And it's
But then
like,
look at how it turned out. It's like,
it's a great thing to have.
yeah.
And it's good, but how can you set that boundary of like, okay, so you're not going to talk to every single guy at night.
that's the thing.
That's,
you don't want to.
oh, that's true.
So if
You wanna reserve it.
Yeah.
Yes, you want to save it for somebody that you are maybe interested in, but even then that can be a little dangerous. So I would say a physical boundary to help you with that emotional boundary would keep the doors open.
Mm-hmm.
Do speakerphone if you have to, which I know my girls always talk on speakerphone.
Yeah.
Or FaceTime, and I always walk in.
I know. I
and-
think it's like 4 times I've ever done it like this.
yeah.
I don't even do it if it's like loud or like I'm out.
If you're out. Yeah.
That's
Or
different.
actually, no, I kind of always.
But if you're in a
Wait,
room,
no, that was a thing. Sorry.
if
That's a
it's your
good
room
rule,
though, like having it on speaker helps in that sense, because like if your parents were to walk in,
Right.
you shouldn't be talking about something
That you would
would
feel
be
uncomfortable.
inappropriate.
You have to
Right.
hide.
Exactly. So I think that those would be really good boundaries for parents to set. Now, if you are parents, if you're not going into your kids' rooms and you're not talking to them and you don't know the people in their lives, then this is a whole different issue, and it's going to be harder for you to set these boundaries because they're going to think, well, you didn't care about me before. Why all of a sudden do you care now? So I have said this so many times, be involved in your kids' lives. Like just become part of it. Like last night, Justin and I were out for our anniversary.
So crazy.
And where do we end up after dinner? Was spending time.
20th year anniversary, and they spent it with how many? 8 teenagers?
10. Yeah.
10?
10 of us.
Well, so
Talking to you
crazy.
guys about
Life.
Everything.
Just
So you
why
guys
not?
know, they were invited. They
Yeah.
just, it wasn't even like they just like were like, we're gonna go like crash their hangout because I want to know what they're doing. It was just like we were invited to our friend's work, and he was like, so can your parents come?
Like our
Yeah.
friends like love our parents so much, and I like
Because they're so
I love
involved.
that.
I love that. Like, even like Locket. I love Locket so much. And when I go, and I'm like, that's amazing. Like, you follow every single one of Yeah, that's
And I
great.
talked about this before on other podcasts. Parents, if your kids have any social media, if they don't, that's different. But if they have social media, get on it and follow them and get to know their kids. So if you're
Yeah.
trying to expect to set these boundaries for your kids on dating and relationships, but you don't know anybody who's in their life, you barely know their friends, then this is a whole different issue. This is going to be really hard for you to set the boundary that they want to keep because they're going to look at you like you're crazy. Like, well, why do you care now?
Right.
And like the relationship you have with like our friends isn't like you're like their best friend. It's like you're like their mentor. Like you like, are like yeah, like a mentor. Like you like you like help them like when they
But
need
also
it.
best friend.
Also, we're best friends. Also,
All
we're
of the
BFFs.
above.
And they tell us all the gossip, and I love that.
It's so funny. We'll come in and be like, okay, they said like promise not to tell anyone. I was like, well, it's me. So I'm like,
I'm like, just tell me. Who
It's
cares?
fine.
Who am I going to tell? Like, Who do I know? It's all anybody. Or am I?
Oh, she's going to tell her husband.
That's it.
Mr. Justin.
I know her
All right.
husband's her only friend.
You forget all of us.
That's true. It's my husband and a bunch of 15 to 18-year-olds. That sounds so bad.
It does sound really bad.
It's great though.
Okay, so boundaries, curfews. What do we think about
Oh,
curfews?
yeah. I feel like, the curfews are good, but like we don't really. I mean, I would say our curfew is like 10:30, but then like you're very
We
like
got home at like 11:30.
yeah, but like you like know like when especially when we're with Lexi, you let us stay out a little later because you know that we don't see her that much.
Yeah.
Like
Oh,
when
that's
it's
so sweet.
yeah, when it's like with certain people, like you let us stay out a little bit longer because like you know like we haven't seen those people in a long time, or we're just having a lot of fun. So like it kind of depends. But
Yeah.
like normally the normal is like 10:30.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We want you on your way home by 10:30.
Well, they text us and they'll be like, head home. Okay.
Also, like having a location helps a lot, but also
Oh.
like
Life.
right. I think also it like should change based on age. Like it shouldn't be the same thing
I
for your
agree.
whole life. Like it should change when you get older.
I agree.
I actually don't know my curfew. I think it's 11 or 12. Because like I was really surprised by my dad because he was like, it's like I think he said it was 12. I was like, what?
I think too, it depends on who you're with and where you guys are.
for
Yes.
sure.
Like
100%.
if you're at like youth group, I'm fine if you guys hang out there longer. If you guys are out running the streets or something, then
Yeah.
I'm like, all right, well maybe get home.
running
Because, like,
You're out hanging out with the goons or
See all
something.
those scooter kids?
Oh
The
my gosh.
Scooby-Doo kids.
There was like 80.
Yeah. Okay.
So bad.
But like I also think like a good thing for it is that like we like are like we are like so like good about like I feel like coming home earlier because you trust us.
Right.
Because like if there wasn't any trust, then I feel like it would be like, oh my gosh, I have to go
100%.
home now.
Right.
But like it's like you guys like trust us, so like it's just I don't know, it's like different.
And that also builds like when you don't have that, it builds like, oh, whatever, like I don't even want to go home. Like I've
Yeah.
seen that so many like people like I don't even want to go home. Like
Or
let's
can
just stay here.
Can I go home to
Like,
some
can I go home with you guys? Like,
house? And yeah.
Everything. It's like, well, when you have that trust with your kids, you know, like, okay, I trust them, whatever.
Right.
Yeah, and
But-
like we can obviously like it's I feel like it's just very special when your parents trust you.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Yeah.
And then you just
But
want to like
trust
hold
is
it.
built, and the moment you break that, that's when bigger boundaries come in
Mm-hmm.
place. All right. Why rules without relationships don't work? I
Wait,
just talked about this.
Well, because there's no boundaries.
Friends
Wait,
Yeah.
relationships without rules?
not having
that-
a relationship with their kids, and then they just set rules.
Oh, like not like real. Okay,
I
so
get
like,
it. I
like
get it.
So
parent kid.
why are we? Yes. So why is it
That's so
important?
bad.
Well, I think it's just like what you just said, like you never cared before, like why do you all of a sudden care now? Like what's the reason? Like why all of a sudden you want to be involved in my life?
Right. But I also feel like it's also like I've seen so many fickle parents where like one day they'll be like super strict and the next day they'll be like,
Yes.
totally carefree.
Yeah.
And you're like, what's up with that?
Yes.
Yeah.
Please be
Yeah.
consistent,
I
parents.
also I feel like we're really close. I'm really close with both of you guys.
Yeah.
And you guys don't get mad at like every little thing that I do. And so I feel like when you do get like
You know, it's like
mad,
real.
then it really does take it
Mhm.
really does something. And I'm like, oh dang, I really
messed
messed
up.
up.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And I need to fix it. And I think that if you don't have like a close relationship with your teen and then
Mhm.
just have rules, they don't really care. Like they're
Right.
like, okay, I get my phone taken away for what, like a week,
And then you
and
give
then
it-
I can go do it again, and I'll
Right.
just hide it better this time.
Yes.
So like,
Yes. Your kids are going to get good at hiding, guys.
yeah, and
Mhm.
there's also like when you have a close relationship with your parents, you have respect for them too,
Mm-hmm.
and so when like you do something that would make them upset
Right.
with you, it
It hurts.
hurts more.
Well,
Yes.
and that's a perfect like picture of Christ with us, right?
Mhm.
We obey Christ, we obey his word because we love him and we don't want to grieve him. And I think that when you are close to your Savior and you grieve that, then you are remorseful and you want to turn from it. So, phrases that we can swap. So, parents, if you say, because I said so, that is not helpful in any way. So, you can swap it out and say something like, help me understand what you're thinking. help me understand, because I've set this boundary and you're having a hard time with that. So help me understand why this is hard for you to adhere to this boundary.
And then
then
that
maybe,
makes you feel like you have a voice and they actually care instead of just being like, I'm just going to
Exactly.
shut
Well,
you
because
down
I said so.
because I said so.
yeah, that's
Yeah.
not a good reason.
Yeah,
Because I said so is not a
I
good
said
reason.
so, and or just like because, like that's
Right.
that's
God never
stupid.
sets rules for us and then it's like, well, because I said so, I'm God. I
Yeah,
can do whatever I want.
yeah.
You're like, oh,
It
okay.
always comes out of love. I think if your kid like knows that it comes out of love, then
They'll
like,
respect it.
They'll
more.
respect it more.
Right. Another thing, you're too young. Let's talk about what you're ready for. So if you
Yeah.
have somebody who is maybe 14 or 15 and they're starting to have feelings for somebody, telling them you're too young for their feelings is not helpful.
That makes you think that like your feelings are never gonna be like
Valid.
valid.
Mhm.
Yes.
And so like if you're like saying like, oh, you're just like too young to understand, like, or like you're too young to have these feelings, like that's stupid because then you think there's something wrong with you.
Right.
I also think like you can't just be like, well, you're too young, like because you're gonna still have those feelings regardless of
Right.
what your parents tell you you're not.
Right.
But I think you also have to understand you can't. I really hate when people say this. They're like, oh, I'm dating. I'm like, how old are you? Like 13. I'm like,
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
can't date unless you were going on dates. Like that's
Right.
not dating.
That's
That is
not
just like
dating.
a crush.
That's just liking somebody.
Right.
Yeah.
Or like liking someone. If
Or
you go on
holding hands at school.
So- wow.
Okay.
Wow, she gave her a hug.
You're
Or
right.
him a
He
hug.
opened
Yeah.
the door. Like, wow,
Whoa,
Big
he's in
deal.
love.
Like, nobody cares.
no. Yeah, I like last
Oh,
like
you guys
2
are
months.
getting married now.
Yeah, like what? So I feel like you have to be like 16. Like from me, like I'm not allowed to date till I'm 16 because I feel like that's real because
It's valid.
you can't even.
Like, what are you going to
Once
do?
I have my
can't
license,
drive.
right? I can't drive. I can't
Where
go
would you
anywhere.
go?
Also, too, the guy should be
Right.
driving.
The guy should be driving.
You know what I think is really funny?
Guy should be driving.
You know, I think it's really funny when I see kids that like are dating and they can't like drive, and so they're on their scooters or they're on their bikes and they're like together, and the girls like in the back, like,
Or their parents have
So
to take them
bad.
on their dates.
That's what I've seen. I'm like, that is so bad. Like I would.
Oh,
like,
my
I mean,
mom's
no,
trying
because
to
why
go.
is that low key an ick?
I have
that
a
is
good
an ick.
I have a good example. So my
Yes,
friend, she's probably gonna be watching this, but her and her crush, like they both know that they like each other. And they're like, well, what are we gonna do? And it's like, well, we're too young. And he was like, oh, well, I want to wait until I can drive, until I have a car, until I have a
Respect.
job,
Yep.
so that I can, so he can like provide for her.
And that was so
Which is
sweet.
exactly, that's a green flag.
Yeah,
Total green flag.
they were like planning, and there he was like, and she was like, oh, whoever gets like a car first, he's like, I'm getting a car first. He was like, I'm getting a car first. Like,
And it's not in like a,
That's the way it should be.
yeah, and it's not like in a, I want a car first. It's like a, no, I want to get a car first
Yeah,
so that I
can take you.
Yeah.
so
It's like a
So I
one.
can take you away. But let's talk about car boundaries as well.
Ooh. Oh yes.
ooh,
Because
Yes,
there should
that
be
should-
boundaries.
there should be boundaries.
When you're dating and the boy has a car. There should
Mhm.
It's like a
absolutely-
portable room that he
Yes.
can
Yeah.
sneak into.
Exactly.
So, what kind of boundaries are we looking at? Maybe daytime dates.
yeah, I feel like no nighttime dates, especially when you're like young, like 16.
to public places.
To
Yes.
public places. Stay in public places.
Yeah, I think like that's another thing my parents have set. Like if we're like dating someone, like when we're still young,
Yes.
we can't like be alone. Like you have to be in a group setting because it's just like
You want accountability.
yeah,
If you're going to be in a car, it needs to
be in a
be
group.
like to and from a place. Like if he's picking you up for a date and it's just the two of you, you want to go to dinner, fine. He picks you up, you go straight to the
Mhm.
restaurant,
Uh-huh.
have your dinner. And then if he's like, oh, I want to go take you ice cream, go straight to have ice cream. And then you go straight home. We don't
Don't hang out in the
drive
car.
around
Don't
in
hang out in the car. Guys.
circles. We don't park and sit and talk.
You can talk out of the car
Right.
in the house.
We need to have that boundary because
I don't know.
things can happen in
Sometimes.
cars too.
Like low key, I feel like a good date would be like, oh, go to dinner and then go back to like the house where your parents are and like watch a movie. Like, I feel
Yeah,
like
or
that
just
would
like
be
go
great.
for a walk. Like
Yeah.
just get out of the. Just
Get out of the car.
Get
Get
out
out
of the car.
Get out of the
Yeah, literally just get out of it. Don't even. You should have like a sign. You put down your mirrors like get out of the car.
Get out of the car.
Don't sit.
And if he's trying to take you somewhere dark, you just jump out of the
Just
car.
jump out.
Just
jump
jump
out.
out of the car.
Roll down the window and just.
Well, if
Just
he's trying to take you somewhere
jumping.
dark, I would be worried about
That's-
other things.
yeah,
I
what?
know.
He could either be a murderer or
Ted Bundy situation.
jump out of the car. All right. Any other phrases that you feel like need to be swapped out for parents. Anything that they say that you're like, okay, that's not helpful at all.
You're overreacting.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Especially
Okay,
with girls.
I sometimes say that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially with girls. It's like, yeah, you're overreacting. And you're just like, okay. Yeah. Then you just think like, you're just like, okay, well, I guess like I'm just being stupid.
Well, I think you need to validate your teen's feelings.
Yeah.
And then, like, even like if they are overreacting, like, I don't know.
Tell them
There's
like, just
have
take a step
different-
back.
So let's
have a
think about what
different
you just said.
Yeah.
Let's think about
Replay it in your
this.
mind.
Yeah. Or like, I think you should just like say like, oh, like take a step back. Like let's talk about this later.
Right.
When we're not
Yeah.
so like hormonal. You know what I mean?
That's the other thing. When I make it like a big decision, I'm like, is this because like I'm actually trying to make a big decision, or is it like hormonal? And then normally it's
hormonal. Mine too.
Not all the time, but like a lot of times I'll do something like crazy. And I'm like block everyone for that. Delete every app.
Everyone. I'm tired of everybody. We're done with them.
Guilty.
Let's talk about social media and digital boundaries. What boundaries look like there when it comes to social media? Why are DMs more dangerous than parents realize?
How do you even
Because you
send
don't
a
know
DM?
if I don't know. I don't even have
on Instagram and
direct
like
message.
TikTok.
Don't you just click it? and hit, like
That's what DM stands for?
Direct
Direct
message.
message?
So,
y'all,
like,
you
it's
both have. Like, how do you not?
Oh.
Sorry. I'm sorry. Forgive me.
I don't know. I'm just an idiot. I don't know.
She's like, what's a DM?
I didn't know what
No,
DM
like,
stands for.
really? Okay.
Well, when you say slide into your DMs, that's saying slide into your direct
message. She's gonna like direct message you.
Yeah.
So like without like having to respond like to like one of their stories or something.
Right.
Like
Oh,
it's
so it's not like-
personal.
Yeah.
It's like real.
It's intentional.
Yes.
But I don't know.
So DMs can be tricky because you can also, for like Instagram and I think for TikTok, you can do DMs that disappear.
Right. And Snapchat, isn't that right? Like
And Snapchat,
Snapchat,
too.
it goes
Why
away.
would
in
they
24
add that
hours.
feature?
That is literally
Exactly.
just
Why would they add that
suspicious.
feature?
Yes, it's like the disappearing messages.
Yeah.
These apps were definitely made by teenagers, like troubled teens.
No, they're literally made
Right.
by like old men.
By weirdos.
Yeah.
Weirdos. So
Yeah.
making
It's all
sure
on
that
purpose.
our teens
Yes.
know that they are not to have
Yeah.
the disappearing messages on. I would set the boundary.
I actually freaking hate it. It's so annoying.
Really?
Sometimes I'll accidentally do it
Me
and I'm like,
too.
oh,
I know. It is really
like,
annoying.
scroll.
My mom always tells me, she always reminds me of this, like the guy who made the iPhone, like the people who made phones will never let their kids have one
I
because they
know.
know how dangerous it is.
I
It's like,
know.
okay, if that doesn't say something,
It's
wow.
really
Like
revealing.
the people who made the phone know how like much of a
idol. It can be.
and they will not
Yeah.
let their kids have it.
That's
Wow.
Okay.
Okay.
Mhm.
So those are some boundaries, parents, that you guys can set. Dating reveals identity. It does not create your identity. So looking at the type of person you are when you date, knowing who you are before attaching yourself to somebody.
Exactly. You have to know your
Yes.
identity before, because then that's what's
Right.
going to happen. You're going to
Yeah.
Exactly.
base it off of this.
So-
And then, yeah.
It's like such like I've seen it like with other like friends like of friends, I don't know, but like they try to like find themselves in the person that they're dating, so they constantly like jump back and forth between people because they're trying to find like
Mhm.
where they'll be like
The happiest.
accepted or like
Yeah.
yeah, or the happiest, or like find like who they are, where like who they are isn't in somebody else, it's
Right.
in the Lord.
Right.
Right.
And they need to realize that before they jump into a relationship, and that person that you're going to be in a relationship with needs that too.
Yeah.
They need,
And that's why dating young can be really hard, because you guys don't know always who you are yet in those moments, and you're changing. And the things that you like change, your viewpoints change. So parents, it's important for us to help our kids realize who they are in Christ before they start attaching themselves to other people. Dating with intention versus pressure, that's the hard part. We don't want our kids to feel pressured into dating. We want them to date with a purpose. And what is the purpose of dating?
Marriage.
Is marriage, right? And that's to find the person that God has created for you.
I don't even get like the dating to what's the other one? It's like dating for marriage and then just dating to date. I'm like, what?
Like, why
Okay,
would you, what a
why
waste
is
of
that
time.
even
You're gonna like
thing?
break up. So like, why would you know you're gonna
Well,
and in
but the
heartbreak.
world does not
Hookup culture.
view yes.
Check it out.
The world does not view your purity as important. Dating to hook up and just sleep around is a thing.
Yeah.
And we need to make sure that our children understand the value of dating, the value of who they are, and what values matter, even when feelings are loud. Your feelings are going to sometimes run how you talk to people, how you react with people, and even how you date. And we cannot do things based solely off of feelings. We have to do it based off of God's word. And so knowing who you guys are in Christ is first and foremost. Dating won't fix identity insecurity. All right. We all know somebody out there who is insecure with themselves and trying to find their security in another person. And dating will not fix that. What we should be teaching our teens before they start dating is their value in Christ. And the value of your purity, the value of your emotional protection, those are all really important. All right. We're going to do real teen questions. How far is too far?
Far.
Far. How far is too far in a relationship?
How far is
Like,
too
what do you
Well,
mean?
yeah.
Like making out?
Oh, that's
Well,
far.
I think you shouldn't because making
making
out
out can
leads.
lead.
I was gonna
Yes.
say,
Yes.
yeah. Hand holding leads to and that leads to, and then it just you keep
Just
going.
keeps going.
Yeah.
So
You're never
how far would
satisfied.
be too far?
I think making out.
Making out?
I think
Yeah.
like even like I honestly don't think like if you're in
No.
a relationship, I think you should wait for like a very long time to even like have your first kiss.
Yeah.
Because like when
I
you get
agree.
to your like husband, you're like, oh, like I've seen some people like I will not have it until like the wedding
Yes.
day. I'm like that's actually insane.
That's crazy.
That kind of stressed me out.
No,
because
yeah,
I'm like,
'cause
I don't know how
during
to
the wedding day, like that's
on your wedding day, and you're just
in
gonna
front
wing
of
it.
like everyone. You just have to like what? That's what I'm saying. Like I don't even. So I don't know if I would do that route, but like I also think like you should. Yeah, I think you should like no, because you don't want to just kiss like 80 billion people and then be like,
80
oh,
billion
well, I didn't make
people.
out.
Kiss everybody.
I feel like
Bring back
for-
the girl who kisses everybody.
I feel like for like younger dating people, like I would say like 16, like I feel like too far is like cuddling, but like
Yeah,
but
get
like
off the
on
couch.
top of each
Get off
other,
the couch.
like on top of each other.
Have
If you
the
guys-
guard off the couch.
If
guys.
he has his arm around you, then like that's fine. But if you guys are like
Yes.
low key like laying on top of each other, like get off.
just
Yeah, I think
get
it's
off.
fine if you're like putting your head on like whatever. It's like okay,
Yeah.
but if you were like,
on top of it.
yeah, like get off.
I don't like the ones where like
Too
they're
touchy.
in their like room like, by themselves, and they're just like
On the bed. See,
sleeping.
that's what
And like the LED lights
What?
are on.
Like naps
and it's
on
just
the
dark.
bed.
Naps are like normal.
Why are you taking like
like that?
No.
If you're-
Also,
and the door's
I get-
closed.
I get really sweaty when I nap, and so like,
Yeah.
I feel like it just
I
be
like
like really
room.
gross. It'd be like,
So real.
and I feel like
Yeah.
he smell like he probably smells gross too. Like
Probably.
Yeah.
well,
No,
depends.
literally.
that's true.
But
But
like
that's another green flag. Hygiene, guys.
Hygiene.
Hygiene.
oh yeah. But
All
like,
right.
yeah.
Another question. How do I end something without being cruel?
I feel like you just don't feel guilty about ending something.
Yeah.
Or like ending a situation because like if you're like in like years long relationship, obviously you're gonna have to like fight for that relationship because like things are gonna happen. But like if it's literally just like you're liking someone, they like you back, don't feel bad for not liking him anymore.
Well, yeah, just don't be mean. Like don't
Yeah,
you don't
just
have
don't
to
be
bring
mean.
up why unless they're like
Right?
really asking for it. You don't want to just like
Yeah.
bombard because that's just hurtful. Unless they're like, well,
or tell me what.
well,
Well, you know.
I wrote down a
I
list
was
of icks,
procrastinating.
and I would like to read them to you. Ick number 1.
Yeah.
you
Year
breathe
long.
too loudly.
You tread water and try
tread
to stay
water.
alive.
You were in an airplane
Yeah.
and you were sitting down.
But like if you're in like a 3-year-long relationship with this guy and you like that's kind of low key your fault if you let it go on for that long.
Exactly, for sure.
Like-
Yeah, sure. Like dating
Yeah.
for 6 years and all of a sudden you're like, I don't think this is working out. Like, well, you should have figured that out a while ago.
I know.
Why'd you
You
wait
should-
6 years? Dating for 6 years.
6 years is crazy. I mean,
I-
Justin
okay,
and I were
I-
together 6 years before we got married.
But
But
you guys
really-
dated when you were really
But you guys were high
Yeah,
school
that's true.
sweethearts.
You had
we had no
Someone that
choice.
was someone in my family line dated his girlfriend for 12, I think it was 12 years.
12
and then they
years.
broke up.
What?
I know. I'm
12
really
years
sorry.
for nothing.
Investing
I think it was
12
either
years
9 years or 12 years. I don't think it's so different, but I don't remember.
For nothing.
Yeah.
So
That's
we're
like my
teaching
worst
our
fear.
children, if they value somebody, we should not be dating and trying to figure out for 6 years if
That is
person's the-
no, because that's so stupid. Because then like 12
And it's gonna
years
be
are
hurtful, like-
wasted, and you're like, oh, I was gonna marry this guy, but then like they're gone, and so you have to start all over to find a new guy that you are gonna want to marry.
Yeah.
And so that's probably gonna take another like 12 years for that to happen. If you that's
Yeah, you're being
route-
sad.
Yeah.
So then you're just never gonna get married.
I also just think that's impossible because when you're dating someone like and you for that long, like you think of every song, like everything reminds you. And so when you break
Yes.
up, like suddenly, like I never even dated, and like I feel like
I know.
when I like everything, I was like, oh, like, and it's
Reminds
bad.
you.
I never even dated, so I can't
Yeah.
imagine dating for someone for 12 years.
Yeah.
Like, what's going
Everything.
on?
Like, oh my gosh, that
living
leaf.
life with
Literally.
someone for 12
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dating isn't practice for marriage, it's practice for communication and self-respect. So we need to reframe these breakups as not failures,
Yes.
but as learning to communicate, learning to have boundaries. And then if that person's not respecting those boundaries, it's okay to end that.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. And if they get super angry with it, that kind of shows you like
Yeah.
that you're right.
Like
then
how they
they're
react
red flag.
to it. It
Yeah.
shows them
Yeah.
their
They're
character.
red
Also, I feel like it not a lot of times is it like not mutual. Like if it's not mutual, that's kind of your problem that for not like, because I see so many people that are like completely leading on and then like, well, I don't really
Yes.
like him. I'm like, well, you just like didn't act like that 20 seconds ago when
Right.
you were all over him.
When
So
you were,
that's that's confusing.
Giggling and
Yeah. So
hugging
you
him and
can't
laying
like,
on top of him. I'm like,
yeah, in the car.
when you're in the car with
Yeah,
him,
leave
he's
the
taking you to a
couch.
dark place.
Yeah. Driving the cul-de-sac. Crazy cul-de-sac. Yeah.
What were
I
you
just,
gonna say?
yeah.
No, I just said leave the couch and leave the car.
Leave
Like,
the
I-
couch
and leave
no.
the car.
So simple.
That
guys.
is
Come
my
on.
advice to you teens. Leave the couch.
Couch, leave the car.
And if you're going to be on the couch and watch a movie, just have a pillow barrier between.
Also, like,
us.
watch it with your parents.
Yeah, have your parents do
Have
that,
your
yeah.
siblings do it.
Double dates.
Yeah, with your
double
parents.
date-
Double
Yes.
dates. Oh, that's so bad. No, I
No,
wouldn't. That would be so bad. I would
Could you
never
imagine?
Cry.
go on a double
I'm
date
going to
with
go on
my
a double
parents.
date with kids in there.
Really?
No, you're not.
Yes, I am. I'm going to be like,
No, you're
where are we
literally
going
not.
today?
I think, like, when you're like, it depends on like if you're like starting to date, I would never. But like if
No.
you're
If it's
like
just like you've been together for a little while.
for like 12 years, yeah, if you're a while, then
That's
it's
fine.
you're right. I think that would be fun.
But
I
even
feel
then,
like-
you can't be so sure.
Yeah, that's true.
I feel like it would be cute if like me and Jordan went on a double date.
Yeah,
when
that
we're,
would be
like,
cute.
older.
That would
Like,
be
I feel like that'd be adorable.
And
would-
me.
You'll be the bartender, just like
It would probably,
Okay, okay.
just be like
do you want for dates?
me and Kai. I feel like me and Kai though would like end up like leaving, like
forget the
having
boyfriend.
fun
Yeah, we would probably
by
like,
ourselves.
unless they match our energy.
Mhm.
And
But
then
Which they
can-
would.
You guys have
They
to
would have
remember,
to.
like me and your aunts, we're always running around doing stuff, and then your dad and your uncles just kind of stand there.
That's very true.
It's true. It's okay.
But,
It's
like,
a thing.
That's true.
It's okay. It's a thing. It's fine.
Mhm.
Okay. Anything else? We
Ooh,
close this
I
out.
thought of a red flag.
Oh, yeah.
I
let's
don't. We
talk
didn't.
about
We didn't linger on the red
We
flag.
didn't-
No, we
oh,
need to go
red
back
flags
to
enough.
this.
Yeah.
We need to go back to red flags.
to red
We just need to
flags.
get examples.
A red
Yeah.
flag is when they are like when they're like respectful with you, but not with any other girl.
Oh,
Yeah.
Like if they
That's-
like
yes.
hold open the door for you, but then they just like shut it.
Yes.
Like,
Oh,
slam
that's
it.
so true.
Girlfriend, you're gonna have to.
That is like
Yeah.
you still have to be like you're still the guy, and you still have to be like
Exactly.
respectful. Like if he gave up his seat for like another girl, then I'd be like, okay, it's okay.
Yeah, because he's like he's a gentleman. Yeah, and I also hate when girls like. I hate it when someone asks my guy like for their number and they're like, "Sorry, I have a girlfriend." Like, why are you sorry? I'm like, because this girl doesn't know that.
Yeah,
Like,
she doesn't know.
You have the guts to come up to you
Rude.
and ask you, and you're just like,
He's like,
I
I'm not
have
sorry.
"Yeah."
Dude.
I think he should say sorry.
Like I think it's good that he said, "Oh, sorry, I have a girlfriend," because that's like
yeah, that's respectful. You don't just be like, I have a girlfriend. Like, what kind of person are you?
Yeah.
that's rude.
So rude. I would not want.
Another red
Yeah.
flag is a guy who will not talk to your parents.
Oh, sorry. Just thought of an example.
No, yeah. Because,
Anyway,
no, it's so important
fault.
to me. Like
It
if
is.
you, because I hold my family very like
Mhm.
it's, like important.
yeah,
So-
like
Yeah.
my dad, I swear, like if he's like the most, I can't even describe my dad. Like if I can't even describe my dad, but He's like the best. He is the closest thing to Jesus I've ever seen.
Right.
He is amazing. And if this guy I am dating doesn't look him in the eye and shake him, like, get out!
Yeah,
Get out!
exactly.
See you to your car.
Exactly.
Yes. Show yourself out. Like, what the heck?
Like, what are you even doing?
What are you
Like,
doing?
no
Yeah.
respect at all.
Yeah.
Like, even if he's not like
like the first time you meet them,
Yes.
to handshake, introduce yourself,
Yeah.
And then,
and
like,
get to know them.
yeah, like
That's it.
talk to them and
Yeah.
be like, oh,
And do not use the excuse of I'm shy.
Yeah,
I'm shy.
no.
Yeah. Well,
I
it's
was
your
tired
better.
that day.
Yeah.
Get over it.
I'm tired all the
I'm tired.
Because like
I'm
when I
tired.
think about it, like whenever like if I think about like having a boyfriend, then I'm just thinking about like more family. Like I get
Yeah,
more family, I
exactly.
get more cousins, get more aunts.
And like closer.
yeah.
If my
Um,
future boyfriend is not like insanely close to my dad, I would be like really, I don't
yes.
know. I would,
Absolutely not. You're out.
Yeah.
You're
yeah,
out.
that'd be so weird for me.
It's a red flag.
That's literally why.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're going to close up and say your teen
59.
challenge for you teens listening out there. Write down 3 non-negotiables and 1 boundary that you will always protect. What are some things that you will always protect boundary-wise and non-negotiables that you have? Parent challenge, have 1 dating conversation without fixing or advising. So talk to your kids about dating. You don't have to lecture them. I'm just going to say it. Connection is the goal. We're not going to sit here and lecture them and say, hey, look, this is da da da. As soon as you start the lecture, they're going to turn it off and they're not going to want to listen to you.
Or comparing too.
Yeah.
I hate when I don't know,
Yeah.
comparing to other people.
Yes. Have some real
siblings, too.
conversations with your teens. And teens, if your parents have a hard time talking to you, initiate the conversation with them and talk to them about it, or find a believing mentor that you can talk to also. All right. Thank you so much. It was a
That
good
was
long
so-
conversation. All right. We'll see you guys next time. I'm not sure what our next podcast will be about, but
I'll watch it.
I think it'll
I'll
be
be at
fun.
home
We'll
just,
figure
like,
something out.
Number 1 fan.
That's my number 1 fan right there. I love it. All right. We'll talk to you guys later. Thank you for listening and talk to you soon.
Bye.